The idea that Puerto Rico had declared bankruptcy, did that in any way deter aid getting there or make it slower for aid to get there?
No, I don't think so. I think the financial misfortune of the island is obviously limits its own ability to help, but the devastation of the hurricane was so great that it paralyzed all relief efforts until it passed. And
well, for example, I mean, you know, allowing ships in and so forth, couldn't that have been done a little quicker?
The Jones Act.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Jones Act in this situation, it makes it more expensive, but those ships were going to come. It really is a question of, you know, who's sending the ships? They're coming from the mainland, and I think the federal government is now engaged. They're clearly on the ground with boots on the ground. The president is now there, you know, staking his personal reputation and political fortunes to this recovery actually being implemented. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is going to cost the federal government a lot of money, as he acknowledged.
Right.
And that's really up to Congress. And
when it comes to the recovery efforts, though, right now, the Fiscal Control Board there, the junta, is funneling that $1 billion. First of all, it seems that it won't be enough, but there are also concerns that they will just help in recovery efforts that help bondholders get paid. Is this a concern? Yeah,
let's be clear. What the Federal Oversight Board did is create budgetary authority to spend an incremental $1 billion on relief efforts. Good for them. That's $1 billion that's probably going to need to be spent in multiples to actually get through this humanitarian crisis. But the real issue is the government of Puerto Rico doesn't have the cash. The governor said earlier today he's going to run out of cash by the end of the month. So the federal government here is going to have to, both in the short term, foot the bill to make sure that aid is delivered on a timely basis, that the electrical grid is restored, that the water systems are restored, and that the roads are cleared and bridges reconstructed so the island can function again. Think about how does a government function? It functions off of sales tax revenue, income tax revenue, and property taxes.
Sure, and right now
nobody's paying taxes right now.
Yeah, and right now it's an unviable place to live. But the question is, what do you do then? Do you make it viable again? And if so, how much do congressional Republicans and Democrats need to provide to Puerto Rico?
Yeah, so it's clearly, I don't think there are any reliable estimates at this point, right? It's going to be in the tens of billions of dollars of aid required to restore this economy to functioning. And I think in the meantime, the longer it fails to function, the greater the immigration off the island, which could cause permanent loss of economic activity and permanent loss of revenues to the government.